Hello.
Hey, and what's going on, people? This is 2 Men in the Mic, episode 38. We're going to dub this the Kurt Schilling Bloody Sock episode.
Yeah.
Not many people who wear 38. We're kind of struggling on that. But yeah, so Kurt Schilling, 38.
Kind of a cool connection. You know, Boston Red Sox are back in the World Series.
Yes, we will get to the sports later, but we're going to start off with the weekend recap because this is Monday night.
Yeah.
So do you want to go first or I go first?
You have a story?
Yes. All right, here we go.
Because I got
So Saturday night, me and the girlfriend went to Chestnut Hill, one of our spots I like to go to. And driving into Chestnut Hill, I noticed a lot of people. Like streets were kind of lined with people. They had like the police barricade things.
Okay.
And it was the Harry Potter Festival.
Huh.
Did not know. I know that it's a big thing in Chestnut Hill, but didn't know it was Saturday night.
It was that big.
So like we're driving in, like what the fuck are all these nerds going around?
Right.
Like a lot of nerds.
Look, man.
A lot of
I understand it. Oh, they had their scarves on.
Scarves. That people were going hard.
Glasses with
people went Viagra because and then Iron Hill had a beer garden. Completely missed that one. Like it was by the time we got there it was done. Like they had like a Harry Potter beer garden. Not garden, garden.
Oh yeah. I noticed that they do call them beer gardens.
Yeah, so like
not garden like with your plant.
Didn't know about that. I'm not mad that I missed it because I don't do Harry Potter. No offense to Harry Potter people.
It was a Harry Potter beer garden.
It was a Harry Potter fest, but Iron Hill does all these beers. So like
they were doing butter beer.
It was Nerdville.
But it's a thing. Butter beer is like the official beer of Hogwarts.
Yeah, you lost me on that amount. I've never read a single.
I'm 6 out of 7 movies in.
You've watched the movies?
Just now.
Do you read the books?
No, I'm not reading.
I don't got time for that.
Why would you read a book when you can get it covered in 2 hours and 30 minutes?
Yeah, I mean,
I know my characters now, man. I had to understand. I had to figure out like what the purpose was. It's good. It's not like I can't understand. I don't see it as like I don't see the fanfare that it got. Like it's cool. I don't usually watch those kind of movies, but like it's cool.
Understand the whole thing is.
It's like I get the idea, but like I I'm not like you know what.
Right.
I'm going out and buying myself a Gryffindor scarf.
I don't know.
No.
Blake Gryffindor scarf?
Blake Gryffindor, right. Yeah.
So we get to our restaurant and of course seated behind us walks in a whole bunch of Harry Potter people.
Sweet.
And is there like a gold character in Harry Potter?
Like a pure gold?
Yeah, so this woman had like a full gold jumpsuit on.
Oh, no.
Looked like Goldust the wrestler. If you know who that is, Google it. Google Goldust the wrestler.
Goldust is still fighting, so
he is.
Yes.
But yeah, she came in full body gold. I'm like, what? It was tight too. She shouldn't have had it on.
Oh, it was like
it was
probably not your best look.
No, because it zips, it doesn't mean it fits. So I'm not trying to body shame, but just didn't need it on.
Yeah.
And they're all like older people. It was like the older nerd.
It's our age and over, really.
They were like in their 40s. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Harry Potter's not necessarily
like I'm not Harry Potter shaming. I just don't understand though. I just don't get it.
You won't see teens in Harry Potter.
No.
Harry Potter is our age.
So it missed the whole generation.
It's in that 30s, 40s now. That's where we are because those movies. I looked at them like. The first one came out in 2000 or something like 2001.
It was a while. Yeah.
So like we were literally middle school when that came out. So now we'd be in our 30s and 40s for people who were watching it then. People who are 21 then are in their 40s and they're not going to stop Harry Pottering now.
But it was just like a bunch of nerds having fun. Like when nerds are out in the streets drinking,
it's a different look.
Like what? I was just.
It doesn't it blows you away.
And you could actually drink in the streets. Because like we tried to go to Iron Hill, forget about it because like it was just full of Harry Potter. You just couldn't do it. So we went to McNally's Tavern. Shouts out McNally's, home of the Schmitter.
Oh.
So whenever I go there, bro, I got the double meat Schmitter.
Stop it.
The sandwich is like this big, double meat, $17. The best $17 you never spend.
I would always spend $17 if that was the case.
So I mean, whenever I go, I walked in, I'm like, yo, give me that Schmitter, and it was more Harry Potter nerds there. It was just like body to body.
They take it out. They take over wherever they go, bro.
And then, we did that, had a beer, and we left, and, well, she said, you can take your beer out in the streets. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, because there's cops out there. And
you didn't trust life.
Not doing that.
You were not Harry Potter.
not going to get things, they're going to tackle me, like, yo, he's got a beer. Like, you're not setting me up for that.
I see.
You can take it outside and drink.
You're like,
nope, I walked past 4 officers on the way here. Not doing it.
He counted.
Girlfriend's like, no, that's not a good idea.
No. I'll drink it right here in this here tavern.
So it was like the McNally's ale. They had their own ale. It's pretty good. Oh. It's like that small little bar. It's like a really tight, narrow, like one of those Northeast Philly bars. But it's pretty cool. So yeah, the Schmitters are delicious.
Yo, I miss them at the stadium.
Mess them up.
Because the stadium ain't the same. Like the meal of choice I get now, it's good.
Right.
It just doesn't have that Schmitter level, you know. It's that.
No, I mean,
it's that cheddar brat. You know, it's a cheddar brat.
Yeah.
With the flying fish sauce on it, and then I get melted cheese with pork roll on top on a pretzel roll. That shit is delicious. But like, it's not.
It's not Schmitter. It's just.
It's not Schmitter, aka the shitter. Like, you know, you're gonna eat it, and you're probably gonna. It's gonna cause some dumpage, but like, it's okay. It's worth every.
Yeah. Next morning, I took a huge Schmitter.
Yeah. It's worth every minute on the toilet. It really is.
It's fantastic.
I don't know who came up with that sandwich, but did you at least shake their hand for creating such a beauty of a sandwich?
The thing was, like, I walked. They closed. They stopped making food at 11, so we walked there like 10:45. I was like, "Yo, let me get that Schmitter. It's cool." She's like, "Yeah, no problem." I was like, "Thank God."
Right.
So it's like the last minute Schmitter, but yeah, that was pretty much my Saturday night. Really chill, really nice weather for Saturday. Well, this weekend
it was rare. Weather. Well, is it nice for you, or was it because it wasn't chilly yet?
No, it was like it's like 50, high 50s.
Not like it's starting to get now where I'm kind of getting annoyed.
Oh man, that's time of year, man.
Nope, only if you're a bear.
Hey.
This is where I hate the weather and he loves the weather.
Bro, all day. Like, this is the best feeling. You go, ooh.
No, you know what the best feeling is? This.
No, man.
Little short sleeveys.
No sweating.
I feel like if I dress summer, then God's gonna look and be like, all right, my bad.
You keep doing that and see how that works out for
my bad, Jeff. Here you go. I'm gonna bring the summer back, but it hasn't so far. I just feel like I've caught like 9 colds in 3 days.
Yeah, everybody's sick. What the hell?
I got like a 12-minute flu.
Yeah.
I called it. Like I had like a fever for like 8 minutes and then I stopped. I didn't do much this weekend. I went to the Fillmore. Went and saw a show on Saturday.
What kind of show?
A news show? I wish. It was a rock and roll show.
I'm out.
Yeah, you would have been out.
Who the hell was it? See if I know. Let me see if I know who we're talking about. Go ahead.
They're called The Record Company.
So you went and bought a record?
No, see, that's why everybody's like, well, what record company were they a part of? No, the group's name was The Record Company.
So they had the record company had like an outing, like a business outing?
You would think so. But no, they did not.
So the record do they work at a record store?
I mean, I'm assuming they're assigned to a record company.
A record company.
Before that, they were probably called the Unsigned.
I'm going to try to find some music.
And you'll hear great music by the record company.
The record company.
And I've never been to the Fillmore.
You have not?
This was the first. Wow. If it's not the coolest place I've ever been to.
Really?
You walk into a bar, and then you walk further and there's another bar. And then you walk a little further, bar. And then you walk further, floor. Then you're standing on floor. Then, like an airport stewardess or whatever they are called now, I don't want to be politically incorrect, but like the ladies who bring the fucking food and stuff. You know, when the
waitress.
No, but they don't call
stewardess.
Them waitress. I'm assuming it's stewardess. We're calling a stewardess.
You can correct this.
Whatever. So it's like that. You know how they have a cart, you know, and they go through the aisle and they go, water.
What are they?
So
rappers?
Yeah, they're in the it's little ass carts.
Like this.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Would you like this? I don't have many arms. And it was a woman with beer, and she just walked through a standing room crowd with little lights on her little cart, and she'd be like, beer. So you wouldn't have to move from your butts to nuts spot.
Right.
Where like if you move, you may not get this back, but you want beer because any day that ends in Y is beer. And yeah, so she like would be there with beer, so you didn't have to move from where you were. Great move. But like, yeah, they had like 3 or 4 bars, which I believe are open when they're not open for a concert. Like they still have the initial bar part open.
Oh, no shit.
I think so. I think like the first, because it's like 2 bars that are completely, you wouldn't even know that there is a concert area right there. Like it's big enough. Yeah. I didn't think it was that big, but it's big enough where you can fit into just the bar itself. But there's like a wacky ass corner on the one part. Like it's just like kind of like weird bar seating, like on the edges, and it has like little baby tables. And the way like, so you're sitting up, like you're actually lifted. So like when you're sitting on this, the floor is here. So the thing decided like the end cocks out. It cocks out like
just the cocks out?
Cocks out.
Cocks out.
Cock out.
All right.
So it's way further than it needs to be out. So
Cocks out.
So as the cocks out, all of them.
All right, I don't know
It was a
where
weird,
this is going.
it was a weird
right.
show. So I thought I was the asshole because I trip over everything. So I'm walking back from the bathroom, did not drink yet, and I feel like I got leg sweep from Liu Kang. Like it got me good. It felt like it got my whole right leg. My ass was like tumbling. I saved myself from the full face plant, but like it took me like 7 steps doing this thing where you're swimming in the air to not die. And then as I sat down, I watched 7 people trip over the same thing. You can't tell me that doesn't happen daily.
Over the cock spot.
Over the cock spot.
The cock spot. Oh man.
Stop tripping over your cock spots. They had a. It's right outside. Did you see the new fucking car vending machines?
A Carvana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the coolest looking thing.
Right. Yeah.
But like, I want to know like the deal. Like, buy car vending machine. Like, can I go in there at 3 a.m.? Can I press A12?
A12.
Pay 12 grand and pick up my fucking, my new Honda and be like, hey, I'm going to put a down payment of 12 grand on this. A12.
Right.
Springs down my change.
If it gets stuck, kind of like shake the thing.
Gotta shake the
Carvana.
Right. Like, I want to know, like, how's it work? Like, is it really
Yeah.
like a vending machine, or you still gotta buy a card and the guy's just like, you get to press the button and watch it come down?
But is it like you buy it to own, or you rent it?
Or is it a rent-a-car service?
I don't know.
Right.
I gotta look that up.
Because like,
If anybody's done Carvana,
super
let us
freaking
know.
cool.
Check it out and
because it
know where
looks
to find
so
us.
cool, and I would rent a car just to watch it go down.
right.
Like I picked the top one on purpose just to watch it do its little thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like the parking lot's right there, like so you're pointing like right at it. I'm just like,
Yeah, because like it's Carvana, and then it's the Fillmore parking lot, and the Fillmore.
Yeah.
And then right next to it, you saw the what the hell's that brewery from Chicago?
Chicago
I was there. Yeah, it's right next to the Fillmore. Like the Fillmore's here. It's like a grassy knoll. Damn. Goose Island
is right there now.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's where the new one
nice. It's really nice. It's big too. But yeah, so it's a really cool spot. I mean, like Fishtown is really
fitting that little
jumping
area
right now.
together. Yeah, I can't. I like going there.
And then you have your Revolutions on the corner.
I saw it.
So it's like boom.
Almost
Those free
picked up
chicken
these
tenders.
nachos.
Nachos and that. That
Greatest
was the
nachos
craziest.
we've
Like you
ever
just sit
had.
there. I'm like, how long was it sitting there? Like
This
almost
guy,
an hour.
This guy has no fucking fear.
No, I don't.
We were sitting there for a good 20, 25 minutes watching a fight, and there was just, was it chicken tenders and nachos?
Dude, it was chicken tenders, fries, dipping sauce, and we had a whole thing of nachos,
Loaded.
untouched,
Yeah.
like in arm's reach, like where this beer is sitting. We'll get to that later. But literally, and like we're sitting there, and we're like, like it wasn't touched, nothing was missing, not a finger was gone.
No, not a finger.
So finally, we said, you know what, fuck it, let's just ask. And we asked the bartender, and he's like, yo, anybody claim this? He's like, no, like, so apparently, a couple ordered the food.
Yeah.
They didn't want it because I guess it was
They
burnt.
were
or something.
haterated
It
about
wasn't
it.
burnt.
It was the most delicious.
They get up, leave, and the guy's like, yo, do you want it? That's like $40 worth of food.
Right.
The Irish tore up. Like, we just all, like,
for
yo,
free.
finger.
Right.
Nacho.
Let's get our hands in this.
Let's get with it.
We just spent $0 for $40 worth of food.
Man,
That was a good night,
man.
Yeah, like my brother, like Slam Shit still talks about it. He's still
He
like,
was messing them things up.
he's still like, yo, when you go into, and he never gets it right.
Every time it was something different.
It's not Revolutions.
It was like rotations.
Yeah, he's like, yo, you going to Revelations one day soon?
What, Bible?
No. You going to Relations? I don't know if I'm gonna have relations.
Restitutions?
Yo, you going to that club results later? What? Which one? You know, the nacho bar. Nacho. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like this big place. He's like, yeah, but their nachos though. Their nachos are fucking banging.
They do bang.
And that's all he cares, is that their nachos are indeed banging. So yeah, like that was basically it. And then on Sunday,
Ooh, I think we're going to segue into sadness. So yes, as you were saying, Sunday was full of football.
Nothing happened
Hence
on
why
Sunday.
we're doing this tonight. I
I
got to say that the
my
NFC
team's
East
playing.
sucks.
We can start doing it on Sunday at 1.
Yeah, I know. Wow. 17-point lead blown, which is the biggest margin of, I guess, the Panthers' history, being down 17 in like their franchise history. Boring game the first half, I must say. Thought it was over.
But I thought it was a relaxing game in the first half because I thought,
Yeah,
cool,
you guys are cruising.
pretty much dominating.
Panthers, I don't know what the hell they're doing on offense.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, Cam turned it on.
Yep.
And they kind of figured out that Eagles aren't what you thought they were.
Dude, I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know. I know what they thought they were. I think they were. But they think that they're the Super Bowl champs, so that means you can't fuck with us. That's the and each week, I don't know why, after being 3-4 now, you don't understand that's not the case.
No.
They don't care that you won last year.
Nope.
They want to beat you more this year because then they can say, well, we beat the Super Bowl champs. We can beat and win the Super Bowl too.
Beat them at home too.
And
you got what, like 17-4 at home?
Yeah, we don't lose at home. Like, that's one thing, you know, like when you say, okay, Panthers in the link, we should win even if it is like a 17-14 win. We should still win.
Yeah.
Like that's what you assume. At least at home, you should be able to cruise to a victory. And they just decided in the fourth quarter that it wasn't important to win. I don't know what the fuck they did.
Hey, you guys aren't good in the fourth quarter when it comes to that last minute, 2-minute drive. Like you guys give up more first downs than I've ever seen.
Well, you got to think in the Tennessee game, same thing. You're up 17-3.
Right.
And you lost that game the same way. You lost, 22-17.
Yeah.
And that's when you let up 5 fourth down conversions.
It was like 4th and 10. Might want to guard, you know.
You might want to just not play prevent 15 yards downfield.
Like, you know where the marker is. You might want to put somebody there. Nope, they just left them open.
And then, like, so because that game was a 4th and 15. There was a 4th and 10. And this one, there was a 4th and 10.
Mm-hmm.
When you say 4th and 10, end of the game, you assume, okay,
that should be game over, yeah.
Because sometimes, half the time, it's hard for anybody to get off the field on like a 3rd and 7. You're like, not hard, not easy to convert on a 3rd down over 5.
Right.
So you're saying 4th and 10, pressure's on, you miss, game over. And they cruised. They made Cam, because there's no way that Cam just suddenly figured out our defense in the fourth quarter. It's because no reason whatsoever, Schwartz decides this is how you play the Eagles. We like to play prevent once we hit this point.
Mm-hmm.
But the Panthers figured out, okay, they're giving us 9 yards of cushion on every play. So just take the fucking 9 yards. He doesn't understand, like, you know, every 9-yard dink and dunk, there's only 100 yards in the field, bro. That's 7 passes, you're already in the red zone. What does he think was going to happen there? And all you need is one of those ones where you throw it into the flat where there's nobody. You have a quick guy like Samuels was, like McCaffrey, Torrey Smith. Like any of these guys, you get them in open field, they can make you move since our corners won't tackle anyway. For Christ's sake, we had Ronald Darby move away from Cam Newton to try to get a tackle. You actually had one chance in your life where you could hit a quarterback without getting a flag, and you dodged. I would just hit him in the knees. Like, who cares? Just hit him in the knees. Chalk block him at the knees. It's for 1 point. It's allowed. You can hit him, and he doesn't. Like, this team don't want it. It's one of the things where it's you don't have. I don't know if you don't have enough weapons, or
I don't know. I mean, because everyone's pretty much healthy on the offensive side of the ball, obviously.
But you don't have anything outside of you have Nelson Aguilar, or not Nelson Aguilar. Guys, I'm fucking bummed now too.
He didn't even show up.
He's not fucking.
Well, first of all, you have Ertz. Without Ertz, you guys might be 0.
It's Ertz and Jeffrey. Those two are the only two making plays all day. Jeffrey caught like 3 balls off the top of somebody's head.
Yeah.
Like, those are the only two. He had 8 catches for like 70-something yards and a touchdown, and then
Ertz had 138 receivers.
Yeah, but he also had like 11, 12 catches.
Exactly.
Like, he catches everything. But, like, that's it. And you have no running backs. That is the bum shoe round of running backs. So, if by that trade deadline the Eagles don't try to make a deal for a running back or a wide receiver or for Patrick Peterson, like, that's your... it's going to be a shit season.
Speaking of trades, my boys... Yeah. Wasted. Well, even though we did lose again. But,
they were on the same side with us.
Was that game... Did it not feel like a playoff game to you? Like you watched that game?
Yeah, it
had like a playoff atmosphere. It was like, this what it could be like.
And I've never seen a week like that where the like false start on a field goal has been a thing.
First of all, that's not a thing. No, we got screwed.
Carolina, during the Carolina game, that happened to Carolina twice. They started as a 42-year-old, or was it?
42-year-old. That's the most kickers in the league anyway, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, it started as a 36-yarder, and they had 2 false starts, and it went to a 52-yarder, and they missed it. And then all of a sudden, the Cowboys game, same thing.
That's bullshit call. Because even, what was it? Dungy said it was crap, and even Rex Ryan was like, because first of all, our long snapper couldn't move the ball. That's what he does.
Right.
They showed the before and after. It's the same amount of movement, but yet they called it which I don't understand.
See, I didn't know, like, because all he was doing was kind of getting the laces,
He's
and
gripping it,
and but because he was lifting it off the turf, was that the issue? Like, because
so apparently that makes
that's
the defense.
Like a snap.
It's like a neutral zone infraction because I guess you're making the defense think or making them jump. It's some kind of bull.
Because my only assumption is like because a lot of the defensive people they're eyeballing the snap.
Yeah.
So if you just see this guy consistently doing this shit, you're gonna try to break. But I never even seen that.
I've never seen it before.
And it was 3 of them.
Those 5 yards pretty much lost.
Oh,
well, I'm not gonna say lost the game, but you could have tied it in overtime. But
right.
He had the rain. It just.
And it was good for about 80% of the kick. And then you just heard gong. And then that shit went out, and I went Schwindler. But at the same time, it was one of them. It was like a win-win for us on your game. Either A, the Cowboys lose, and we don't have to hear Cowboys won and Eagles lost all week, or Cowboys win, division stays equal. Because then the Redskins don't go to 4-2.
Yeah, how are the Redskins in first?
And right now they're basically 2 up on everybody, even though they're only 1 up in the win category, but they're 2 up on the loss category. But like, but I feel like that's not something to be nervous about.
Everybody's in it. Trust me. Everybody's still in it.
Not everybody.
Well, 3 out of the 4 are still in it.
Sorry, New York.
I know Giants are playing now. I don't know what the score is, nor do I care.
Right,
we'll figure it out later. But yeah, so
if they win tonight, I'll be shocked.
We're still in it. I mean, the top 2 advance. It's going to come down. I don't know if the Redskins are going to hold that. I don't know. I think it's going to come down to Eagles Cowboys.
And I think the Cowboys made the smart move, even though I don't
Amari Cooper.
I don't like what you gave up. I wouldn't give up.
First round, I know it's a little much, but hey, we had no. I mean.
But I honestly think that the Cowboys made that deal strictly off watching the Eagles cornerbacks. It was like, if we get one stud receiver,
Jerry's like, make it.
Their offense scores 17 points. If we get Amari Cooper, he can score 3 touchdowns on his own. We're just going to give him double moves the entire game and watch Jalen spin. And the only play that these assholes have shown on TV of Amari Cooper since he was traded as a highlight, whether it's ESPN, is him double moving Jalen Mills on the Raiders last year. Same thing. He spun him in a complete circle, and they said, "Oh, look, it's the picture we've seen too often. It's a receiver like this, and Jalen behind him like, I did it again." Like, you just can't bite on the double. Like, what do you think as a cornerback? If somebody and every human being alive has said, "Yo, it's kind of crazy you bite on the double move like every time you breathe," that you would pretty much like focus on not getting beat on the double move every time it happens.
It's so tempting, when that receiver makes that something, you kind of want to go with them, but like they always say, never bite on the first move. But it's kind of hard. It's tempting. Like you just go, oh, he cut his route short. I'm gonna stop.
Right.
And he goes, oh, nope, and it's like. Ooh.
But then in that case, though, if you know that my man's captain missed a double move,
right.
Why is there never a safety up top on him? Like, you have to keep, like, I know that's not what you want to do, but you have to keep a safety over top of Jalen Mills if you don't want to get burnt for 70-yard touchdowns every week.
You need like 3 safeties.
Yeah, you really do.
It's like you need 2 people standing up behind Jalen Mills every time the ball
and your linebackers just
just everybody.
Jalen, you know what?
Get off the line.
Just come on up here. Come on up here.
You have like one that have like Fletcher Cox here and everybody else behind Jalen.
Fletch, good luck. Oh, thanks, guys. It's Cox against the world.
Oh.
That was our second Cox shirt.
By you. A lot of wiener references.
It's not our fault we have a lot of Cox on our team.
But yeah, so
it was not a great week for football.
No.
The Sixers won a few games.
Yes, they stuck one out. Magic. Nail biter.
Marco Fultz hit a 3 this week.
People went crazy.
Really, really crazy.
Slow down. He's not going to start nailing 3s.
Yes, he will.
If he's like wide open.
1 every 6 games is nailing
1 every 6 games, yeah.
Okay, that's what our Markel does for us. But it's young season, but it's starting to look like it's going to be what I'm going to have to look forward to because I don't even know where playoffs are at right now. Because if you don't win the division, whoever wins the NFC East is the only team from the NFC East getting in. With the way it looks like we're doing it's going to be that 9-7. Yeah. Shit, it might be 8-8. I think they
you might be getting 8-8
because we have the Jags next, And they had quarterback issues.
If you lose to the
and
Jags,
they started Bortles
wrap it
on
up.
purpose. They're like, look, if anything's gonna boost my man's confidence back up, it's double moving the shit out of the Eagles defense and him throwing for Ryan Fitzpatrick yards. Okay, like we've let mediocre quarterbacks beat us this year pretty easily. Mariota doesn't look like anything like Mariota any other game this year than the game against us.
Right.
It's the only game he threw for 390 yards and 2 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Outside of that, he throws for like 80 yards a game. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's been benched since.
Yep.
Within 2 games of smoking us.
Fitzmagic is no more.
That magic dies whenever you tell him he's the starter. Like, you gotta tell him that, someone's coming back and the pressure's fine. But then the minute you tell him he's the starter, he gets nervous as shit and just loses all of his happiness. And then even Cam, we've always been able to bottle Cam up, like, to not.
Yeah, Cam, it depends. Depending on what Cam, you get good Cam, bad Cam.
But it seems like we know what Cam we want. And then in the fourth quarter, he turned into Super Cam. When it wasn't really Cam doing it, it was more like he actually got to sit in a pocket and throw the ball.
Right.
Which you usually don't see out of Cam.
Nope.
Usually if Cam has a comeback, it's because he has like 200 yards rushing. He had 40 yards rushing. It wasn't like crazy Cam like numbers. But, man, football sucks anyway.
Well, I mean, you got baseball, World Series.
I'm in on this, man.
The only time people really watch baseball.
Yeah, World Series is always like that electric atmosphere. Brings you back 10 years ago when we were doing it ourselves.
Sox
10-year anniversary.
Sox Dodgers.
2008 when the Phils were.
That was 10 years ago.
Isn't that crazy?
10 years ago.
Doesn't think like it was 10 years ago. The Eagles were just, or not the Eagles. They weren't doing shit. The Phillies were marching down Broad later this month on Halloween.
Was
the
it?
parade was on Halloween.
Really?
Because
yeah.
I remember only because my older brother was in like a Jason mask and a Champions, and I was like, "What are you doing?" It's Halloween, and he was super drunk by then. I was at work; I couldn't drink, so.
Yeah, it was Halloween, wasn't it?
It was a Halloween parade.
Oh shit!
So a lot of people are dressed up on.
Yeah, I didn't go. I was in school.
Yeah, I was only lucky because my work was same as my work now. It's right on the parade route, so it was like,
yeah.
"Oh, you want to go join the parade? Walk outside." So it was easy, but yeah, it's crazy, man. 10 years ago, that was fun times, man. Phillies were hell exciting when the playoffs were real. So like, who's your choice here? Do you think the Red Sox kind of like they're just too good?
Cousin Mookie.
Oh, it's all about Mookie.
Cousin Mookie.
I love Mookie, but I really would like to.
I don't know. The Dodgers.
I always have loved the Dodgers.
I'm not a big West Coast team guy.
I don't like Boston.
I like Boston.
Oh,
I'm not hopping on the bandwagon, though. But it seems like a cool city.
No, they're all
known for their
douchebags.
beer.
No offense, but you're all dude. I don't like them. Okay, well, you gotta think. Patriots. Ugh. Celtics.
Well, that's a common hate.
Okay, Patriots, Celtics, Bruins. I don't know why. I just don't like them. Because they're Bruins, but they're bear, not Bruin like beer.
That's a sweet name, man. I'll handle the brew.
No, but they're not that kind of brew. That's the Brewers.
True.
That already happened. That battle in the NL playoffs. It was Colorado versus Milwaukee.
Battle of the Beers.
Battle of the Beers. They were like, oh.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Who was going to win? Was it Miller? Was it Coors? Once again, Coors lost. It didn't care your can turned blue at all.
Oh yeah.
It's still a thing, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. When I stocked the cans up, it was there.
I don't really drink Miller anymore. It's like a bar beer.
Yeah.
It's you know like, I mean? Like you don't go, hey, I'm gonna get that Miller.
It's like, oh, how much is that? $2.
I'm in.
Miller, please.
Yeah.
2. The beer of all beers has made its way to the shelf.
What?
Like me.
Yeah.
An elf. Like
me,
very mad.
Mad, angry elf.
The mad elf is in the building.
Oh.
We got like 80 cases in.
Really?
And I almost cried real tears.
Does it sell them?
Oh, it sounds like hotcakes. $17.99, $16.99 for a 6-pack, and people are
such a dangerous beer.
Scooping? Yeah, it really is. It's just cherries and honey, bro. Give me some cherries and honey and call it a
we'll
beer.
Have to you have to drink that at home and not go anywhere.
You
can't be like, hey, I'm gonna go out for a Mad Elf and no, that's definitely a sit-home beer.
You can't even like dial lift after that. You'd be good enough if you could scream it out loud with your voice. You
right.
Yeah, that's as far as you get with Lyft. Because that's something. I remember one time we went out and they had it on tap. Luckily, you were driving. I didn't.
Yeah, it's not a good move.
It is one of the ones where you're like, all right, I'm chilling in for the night. Yeah. I'm gonna have a mad elf and fall asleep until tomorrow or the next day, whenever this coma ends. And that's only off like one or two. Like, I can't understand. If you drank 3 mad elves in a night, where would you be? Like, would you be on this planet still?
Well, I mean,
because I know, like, I mean, you're a bigger dude, so I don't know how much you can handle compared to. I feel like you have a better handle.
7 locos.
No, that was not the truth. Yeah. How much? What was your max when you passed out?
3.5.
It's not bad.
3.5 is yeah.
2 is usually
because like you do more than 2 and like just start bouncing off walls.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
You know, locos were the worst idea.
It's a fun time.
Oh, definitely.
Do people still logo? I haven't done it in like.
I know.
I think I was like 20s when I last did that, like early 20s, like college years.
We accidentally got a shipment of them. But like,
you bought the case and got charged hard money.
I got charged for 2 cases.
My man dropped bills.
It was like $80. I said nope, and I was not going to go back and ask for another case.
How did you mess that up?
Oh, I didn't. He did.
Oh, because you bought the 1 case for the party.
Yeah, and he just charged for 2.
Gotcha.
So I went home. I was like, "Why does it say I was charged for 2 cases of 4 Loco? I'm not trying to kill everyone."
Who the hell buys a case of 4 Loco? Terrible.
Because
terrible idea.
At that point, it was at the height.
It really was
of Loco time, and we were at the height of all things parties in Delco.
Yes, we were.
Like we were the kings of party. When you said, "Oh, Jeff and Ron are about to throw another smash bang hit at the Richards home," they came. So I wasn't going to disappoint them without being like, "Hey, man, there's 6 poor Locos down there. All of yous fight for it." I was like, "I got cases. Here's a case of Loco. Please forget your night and have a great time."
It really is. Like, if you want to get messed up, just throw a Loco back.
Cause great memories and bad hangovers.
But that was when they had the caffeine. Remember, they had the caffeine in it?
Because you just kept going.
Kids and people they were jumping out of windows, literally.
Yeah, because what else were you going to do?
They're like, "Oh, just take this caffeine out."
First, you take the caffeine out.
Caffeine's gone.
Because these motherfuckers are crazy. That was. Cause remember we tried the what was its competitor? Colt 45 Blast.
Wasn't there one called Juice?
And there was Juice.
Yeah.
We tried Colt 45 Blasts.
Did we?
Yeah. I think the night you passed out was we did the taste test.
Man.
We did a 4 Loco.
Yeah.
We did a 4 Loco and then its counterpart with the Colt 45 Blast. And by the end of the night, the only thing that was blasted was Ronell on the short couch.
Yeah, man.
Big Ron has an issue that to this day irks the living death out of me. Mm-hmm. Now there's a long side to your couch and there's a short side of your couch. If you have one of them, like, the L-shaped corner couches kind of Jones, I don't know what they're really called, but get out of my face. And so whenever this man was